The biggest mistake modern gardeners keep repeating is thinking soil has to be constantly fixed, dug, tilled, flipped, broken down, rebuilt year after year. But in real productive gardens, especially older Amish farming systems, soil isn't treated like something that needs fixing. It's treated like something that needs stability. And the more I studied their no-till approach, the more I realized most backyard gardens are actually getting worse because of overwork, not neglect. Before I fully understood this, I was constantly breaking ground, mixing amendments, and trying to reset beds every year. It looked productive on the surface, but yields were inconsistent. That changed when I started testing a no-till system inspired by long-standing Amish-style farming principles, where the soil is never inverted and is instead built upward, layer by layer. Around the same time, I started using the YAMRON 4-in-1 soil moisture meter in my beds to understand what was happening beneath the surface instead of guessing. It measures soil moisture, temperature, pH, and sunlight intensity, which sounds simple, but it exposed something critical in no-till systems. Moisture stability is everything. I'll leave the exact one I use in the description if you want to check it out. Once I started tracking real soil conditions instead of relying on appearance, I realized most of my previous soil problems were actually moisture distribution problems caused by constant disturbance. And that's where the Amish no-till mindset becomes so powerful. Instead of digging, they build soil from the top down. Organic matter is added on the surface and allowed to break down naturally. Earthworms, fungi, and microbes do the work of integration. Nothing is rushed, nothing is overturned. The soil becomes a living system that gets stronger every season instead of being reset and weakened. At first, this felt almost too simple to be effective. But simplicity is exactly why it works. When you stop tilling, you stop breaking fungal networks. Those underground fungi act like nutrient highways, connecting plant roots to decomposing organic matter far away from the root zone. Every time you dig or flip soil, you're cutting those networks apart and forcing the system to rebuild from scratch. That rebuilding process takes time, and during that time, plant performance drops. Once I committed to no-till beds, I noticed something unusual in the first season. The soil actually looked less perfect on the surface compared to freshly tilled beds, but the plants told a different story. Root systems were deeper, moisture retention improved, and plants handled heat stress far better. The real turning point came in mid-season when I compared two identical tomato beds. One was tilled and reworked like I used to do. The other was left undisturbed and only topped with compost and mulch. The no-till bed stayed consistently productive longer into the season, while the tilled bed showed earlier signs of stress and nutrient fluctuation. This is where most modern gardening advice starts to fall apart. People are told that soil needs constant aeration, but in real garden systems, biology creates structure better than tools ever can. Worm tunnels replace mechanical tilling, fungal threads replace manual mixing, organic matter cycles continuously without disruption. The soil becomes self-maintaining. But there's a catch most beginners miss. No-till doesn't mean no management. It means different management. If you just stop digging but don't feed the soil surface, you'll eventually run into nutrient layering problems. That's why surface composting becomes essential. In Amish-style systems, organic material is continuously added on top, so decomposition happens where biology is most active. Grass clippings, kitchen scraps, leaves, and aged manure slowly become part of the soil profile without being forced underground. And this is where moisture control becomes critical again. Undisturbed soil behaves differently with water. It holds gradients instead of uniform saturation. That means the top layer might look dry, while deeper layers stay consistently moist. Without checking, many gardeners overwater because they judge only the surface. That's exactly why I started relying on moisture readings instead of visual cues. The YAMRON meter showed me that in no-till beds, I was actually watering too frequently in the beginning. Once I adjusted, plant growth stabilized quickly, and root systems pushed deeper into the soil profile instead of clustering near the top. That shift alone changed everything about how my garden performed under heat stress. Now let's talk about mulch, because this is where many people misunderstand no-till completely. Mulch is not optional in a no-till system. It is the protective layer that replaces tilling's physical disturbance function. Without mulch, surface soil dries out too quickly, and biological activity slows down. With mulch, the soil stays shaded, cooler, and biologically active. But there's another benefit most gardeners don't expect. Mulch feeds the soil slowly as it breaks down. That means every layer you add becomes future soil without effort. I've seen beds where 3 seasons of continuous mulching turned average soil into rich, dark, worm-filled structure without a single shovel turned. That's the long-term power of this system. And this is where it connects back to the idea of forever soil. In traditional Amish-inspired gardening systems, soil is not rebuilt every year. It is improved continuously. That means the longer you garden, the easier it becomes. Instead of fighting declining fertility, you're building compounding fertility. But there is one mistake that can break this system quickly: using fresh high-carbon layers without balance. If you add too much raw material like wood chips or straw without nitrogen-rich inputs like compost or manure, microbial activity can temporarily lock up nitrogen. Plants may look pale or stunted even though the system is working. The key is balance, not quantity. Once I corrected that in my own beds, the system stabilized fast. The most interesting result came from long-term observation. After multiple seasons, I noticed something I never experienced with tilled soil. Each new season started stronger than the last. Germination improved, watering needs decreased, pest pressure reduced slightly as plant vigor increased. That's the hidden advantage of not resetting your soil. You're letting time do the work instead of labor, and the truth is, most gardeners are stuck in a cycle of control. Dig, fix, replant, repeat, but nature doesn't operate in cycles of destruction and rebuilding. It operates in cycles of accumulation. When you stop interrupting that accumulation, your garden begins to behave differently, stronger, more stable, less dependent on constant correction. And that's the real lesson behind this method. Good soil is not created in a season. It's built over time by protecting what's already working beneath the surface. If you got value from this, subscribe to FarmLogic, because we don't just repeat gardening theory. We test what actually works in real soil, in real seasons, under real pressure. And if you've ever tried no-till or Amish-style gardening systems, share your experience in the comments, because the most useful discoveries often come from real backyard results, not textbooks.